What's going on, everyone? Today, since we're like in the heart of like ASA season, like we're halfway through, or really 3D in general, like halfway through to June, I was gonna talk about my 3D bow setup. Seems like everyone's always asking, you know, like what bow do you shoot and everything. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run through this real quick, and then we're gonna shoot some 3D targets and just kind of talk, maybe give some tips and tricks on what I've learned over the past couple years shooting ASA, and then we'll go from there. So this bow is a TRX 36 at 80% let off. That's all personal preference. You know, I've talked a lot about bows, like bow selection and just overall like selection of bows. Personal preference. That's what I landed on. I really like this bow. I've tried several others for ASA stuff, 3D stuff, but I just keep coming back to this one and this exact bow too. I have an Excel XP sight that is starting to get really loose. If you like hear me shoot, it gets really loud. It's because I need to like take it apart and tighten it all up and everything. Of course, UltraView scope, and on the inside I have a 6-power lens with a 19 thou fiber in it. That works pretty good. I also will use the smallest green dot on the center of a lens, and it'll light up really nice, just like a fiber. So I kind of bounce between that. I have a Hamskea rest that's really old. A lot of this stuff on like this bow is kind of old too. Just kind of always ran it. 30-inch Rev-X out the front, 12-inch Rev-X out the back, quick disconnects, and then a Hamskea peep with the B clarifier. So a B clarifier, which is the blue one, I think it's blue, something like that. I don't know, it's labeled B. And 6-power lens works really well. Like I can see pretty good depending on lighting conditions and everything. I do run a little bit skinnier arrow for like ASA stuff than most people do. These are Superdrive 19s, so smaller than a 23 diameter. It's kind of light. I think this is only 90 greens in the front. I forget how heavy the arrows are all together. But some Boning X veins I got on there, little shorties. Really awesome setup. Kind of like an all-purpose arrow almost. Works really well if there's a little bit of wind, doesn't really affect it too much. The longer stuff, it's still super forgiving. Anytime I try like 23s or you know, anything bigger than this, when I get to like 50 yards, it just isn't as forgiving as these are. So I just always come back and stick with these. Oh, also Leupold RX Fold Draw 3. Ran this for a couple years now. I got their latest one that I really want to try out. And probably will be switching over to that. It has like Archer's Mark included into it. Don't know where my binos are. Every time I go to reach my binos. I think that was pretty good. Maybe a little low. A smidgen more. Let's just shoot like an end, and then maybe I'll shoot like 10 targets for score or something. For funsies. That looked good. So I'll explain what I can see. Like I can see pretty good detail in the target. I can see the core line, I can see like some arrow holes and stuff. I can't see like the 12 lines and stuff when I'm at full draw. And the little 19 fiber covers up at like 35, or we're at like 38 yards, I guess. It covers up about 25% of the 10 ring, the fiber does. So it's not bad, like it fits well. At some 50-yard shots, I find that the little tiny sticker dot actually does a little bit better for me. And of course that depends on like your clarifier setup, how much it starburst or expands, because when you put clarifiers in, it can make your target and everything clear, but it can make your reticle like really blown out and stuff. So it's kind of a fine line of finding what works best for you. Oof. I think I just broke a knot. All right, let's go pull them. Yeah, not bad at all. So 4 12s, and I shot 1 low and 8. That was my first one. I might not have had my sight 100% either. It's not bad. I mean, 38 yards or so. That's actually kind of on the lower side. I feel like 40 yards is kind of 42, 43 is like the median range for like what like known pro shoots or whatever. But what we have a cinnamon bear, we have a deer, we have a boar, blesbok, and a wolverine. Everyone hates that wolverine because it's so small. So I think what we'll do, we might just go target by target and shoot. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe we'll do that twice. Or maybe we'll shoot a whole ASA round. Should we just shoot a whole round, see what I score?
Sure.
Shoot 20 targets real quick. Let's do that. Okay, so we have 6 targets. We'll do 6 and then 6 and then
2.
2. No, that would be 12.
Or you use 6, 6.
6, 6, 6, and then 2. Okay, so these targets are all varied a little bit. We might start with a very hard one. I have a boar set up down there in the dark, and these targets, there's like nothing to go off of. Like you're aiming at a black sheet of paper pretty much. 44 yards. It's good to get in a rhythm when you do this stuff. Like range every single time when you step out, range, change it, and you know that you for sure changed it. If you walk up to a target or anything, whenever you're shooting, and you like range it and set it and like goof off or do something and then come back, there's always that variable that maybe you didn't do it correctly or change it. But you can see, look at that boar down there. I guess there's nothing you can see. So, and I don't even have binos right now. So I'm gonna use this guy. There's actually a nice little blade of grass I'm gonna aim off of. I'm gonna cheat with that grass. Ooh, that looks really nice actually. Aiming off the grass, use the elements to your advantage. All right, we have a blesbok at 38 yards right here. Hmm. 10. That shot didn't feel great. This wolverine, this pesky little wolverine, is also very hard. He is at 37.6, so just a little bit closer, which does matter, especially if you're trying to hit a tiny 12. So on this one, I'm gonna call the upper 12. On the wolverine, there's like a little bit of tan up in there, so you can actually aim at it a little bit better sometimes. Wow, that did not, I think I was aiming in the totally wrong spot. It was a 10 still. Okay, the deer, 39 yards. That looked good. The deers are, the deer are easy, probably the easier ones. Okay, other deer, 42.7. Felt good too. All right, last but not least, we have a cinnamon bear. Cinnamon bear is not too hard either. A lot of arrows, actually, a lot of arrow holes show up on this guy, but we got 45.7, so definitely not a short shot. Can't even see it. Let's just go on. First shot is a 12 on the boar. I'm actually super happy with that. Granted, I was cheating, aiming off of a blade of grass. And these two targets I just janked. Like I literally was shooting at the lower one and I hit the upper. And then on the wolverine, I was aiming at the upper and I hit the lower. So those are two 10s because I didn't call those. Aiming in the wrong spots. Donuted this 12. So target number 4 is a 12. We are 4 points up. So 4 points above par. Ooh, I thought that shot felt good, but that's an 8 right here. So we have an 8, so I'm back down to 2. Target number 5, but I got it on this one. Target number 6, we're back up to 4 up. Try it again. All right, so I just backed up, wow, just backed up a little bit, so we'll get a little bit of variance here. 4's now at 46. I mean, these are some far shots now. Doesn't look terrible. Probably just a 10. 39.7 on the blessed spark. That looks pretty good. Pesky Wolverine. Just take a couple clicks off. Alright, I'm just gonna aim it at the lower at the Wolverine. A little hot on the back wall. It's probably just a 10. Oof. That was a bobble. Still 10. Left. My grass reference didn't really work on that one. 47.1. That's close. Okay. This time, so we did, I'd say like the median range was like 38. Now the median range was like 43, 44. We're gonna go up just a couple yards. So now our next targets are like, we don't have any in the 20s still, but we might have some in the low 30s. I feel like every ASA round there's like a couple in the 20s. We had one at 3 yards in London, actually.
3?
3 yards. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. It was wild. Solid 10 on the board. That was a tough shot. I'm okay with that. Okay, this one's for sure a 12. What do you think about that one, Riley? What do the viewers think? I don't know.
I think it's 12.
It's probably a 12.
Yeah, I think
We'll call
it's
it a 12. So we're at 4 up, 6 up, 8 up. So we're 8 up. Every target matters. All right, so we're still at 8 up for now. I know I shinged that one to the left. I also whiffed this one to the left. So this is an 8. We're back down to 6. 8s are killers. You don't want to shoot 8s. Got the 12 on the long bomb. That's 2 in a row for Mr. Brown Bear. So we're back up to 8. So after 12 targets, we're 8 up. Not awesome. If I didn't have those 2 8s, if they were just 10s, we'd have 4 more points. We'd be at 12, and I would be okay with that. Like, I can't see anything. There's a little bit of sun glare coming down. This is when you need an umbrella. That might be an 8. Might have just shot another 8. For the sake of not scoring, I'm gonna shoot that one again. Okay. Now that I drew back and looked at where I shot, I was definitely aiming right there. Because I just shot a 12 again. It's crazy how little sun glares and everything can just mess with you so much. All right, thankfully we got that one, boys and girls. 35. That looked good. Maybe 41.8. Sounded good. Ooh. That's gonna be close. I was feeling a little risque with the 8s this time. Well, we got a fat 8 on this one. I know what happened. I just didn't know where to aim, and I thought I picked a spot. This was a dark tunnel. This was like going down a dark tunnel, and I couldn't see anything. This is like London. You're standing in the brightness, shooting into the darkness. That's what that was. Here's another 8. So what were we? We were 8, 6, 4. We're back to 4. So this 8 was the first arrow I shot, and I knew it. It felt good, and I was like, what happened? And then I drew back, and in my sight picture, I was like, oh, I saw my arrow, and I was like, yeah, I was aiming right there. So I aimed higher and shot a 12, which is great. I love it when that happens. This one is a 12. Nothing fancy about it. So we're back up to 6. Gosh, dude, not a good round. Another 12. Back up to 8. Really, literally back where we started. We got a 10. Another 8, dude. 4-8 so far. That is bad. Bad. I know what it is. I'm just not taking my time and I'm just shooting. This is why 3D is kind of dumb. It's like I missed by like a 1/4 inch. I missed what I was aiming at by a 1/4 inch, but instead of missing a 1/4 inch high, where it would be a 10, if you miss a 1/4 inch low, it's an 8. Yay. So last weekend in London, we had a 3-yard target. I don't know if we've ever done that at an ASA. So I'm gonna redo that 3-yard target, show you guys. So we're at 3 yards. I have to set my sight at 35 yards for 3 yards, which is kind of crazy, but it's like the arrow is still on its way up. So it's just some weird sight tapes. So if you're doing like a competition, it's 3D target, make sure you get like your 3, 5, and 10-yard marks, just so you know. Hopefully I don't miss. I'm gonna do upper. Got it. And the low side of it though, I was aiming in the middle. That was actually 50 yards. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we're actually gonna go to 50 now. Give you a short one, give you a long one. We're gonna do 50. All right, we have 50.1. It's getting 50 and 50.1. So here we are, 50 yards. And we're at 8 up right now. Not a great score at all for me. Like it might be, you know, I wanna be at like 20 up. So 10 up at the half of the 10 targets is my goal. And then obviously to end with like 20 some. Too many 8s, 4 8s, you know, that's an 8-point swing if those are just 10s. So just like a conservative 10, instead of being risque, you know, we should be at whatever right now. 6 up, 8 up?
So I think we're 6 up.
We're 8 up, no, because I just hit the 3-yarder.
Oh, right.
So we're 8 up, so this will make us 10 up. Nope. It's still a 10. Well, not a great round today, folks. You know, if I'm after this video, I'm really determined I'm gonna probably shoot another round. I want to see what I can actually shoot when I'm not filming and stuff. But hope you guys enjoyed me being an idiot on my backyard ASA course and shooting 8 up under no pressure and great conditions. All right, we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.